Hey yo, what is up guys, Omni here. So today I want to talk about Blue Eyes Dracotail, a very quick update on it. Then I want to talk about Light and Dark and Dragon and how we can facilitate them, show you a few deck ideas and a few combos. Let's watch this gameplay, look at it. We special summon Dracotail, we get Nibiru, and then I decided to go to Secretarian Dragon so we can special summon out the Primal Tachyon to our field again, and then we can trigger him to to get the trap again, right? So this will be awesome. We make Gula Mail, use Pan, pop Nibiru, set the trap, and we are up against the Mirror Mage. He plays Dracotail. I see Polymerization, and I'm like, wait, he doesn't know what the trap does, right? He will fuse, make a big chain link, and then I just activate the trap, and everything gets negated. And that's it. Nice. Okay, let's go over the video. So I recently saw a video on DB Grinder, and someone played Dracotail with Light and Dark End Dragon, which was pretty interesting. I was like, wait, I can throw in the Tachyon stuff, right? I figured it out when I was doing the Blue Eye stuff. Yeah, this should perfectly fit in there. And I played a little bit with it. It seems viable. You have some non-engine space, and you have easier access to the rank 8 stuff. So basically those let you just fusion summon and lock you into dragons. And if you do that, you basically have those on field together with Arthalion, and then from there we just do rank 8 stuff. So what I haven't seen yet is anyone playing Dracotail. Even if you're not playing the Tachyon stuff, just playing Dracotail should be nice, because people play Harp, I saw that, and even if you just want to play Harp, you will probably make him with Arthalion as material, so he doesn't detach to use its effect, right? So Arthalion is stuck beneath him. So if you have Arthalion on your field that was either already special summoned from the graveyard or just by himself by an effect, you can go into Dracotail first, detach him, and then go into Harp. So whenever 2 cards are sent to the graveyard, you can special summon him and maybe trigger a Gula Mail that is on the field or something. Should be a better play. And what I wanted to try out with this deck is just giving the deck a bit more ceiling, because whenever I played, I was losing so hard to evenly. And also this card is such a noob trap for Dracotail players. If you have a setup, this trap as a setup, and your opponent uses like Ketu and fusion summons his whole hand away, you just chain this card and all the chain links that were triggered will be negated and shuffled back into the deck. Like, your opponent has to scoop from there, I guess. So let me show you a few combos. If you saw the Blue Eyes combos with the Tachyon stuff already, you should be familiar, but let's go over them. So let's go over the first combo. We will need Lukias for that, and either Dark End or Light End Dragon, it doesn't really matter which one. And also something in your hand to fusion with. Technically you don't need it. At some point we will set Rahu, which technically could be just another trap. From there we can just do the same setup, but realistically, who will set 2 traps before they set Rahu, right? So we will keep it like that. Let's go over it. First we normal summon Lukias, get Faimena. Then we use Dark End Dragon, we banish something from the extra deck to special summon him. Now we are locked into dragons, and he on field can activate his effect to fusion summon. We will use Lukias and Faimena from hand, get Arthalion, chaining 1 Lukias, chaining 2 Faimena, chaining 3 Arthalion, Arthalion getting back the fusion material. Now we will set Ketu and Rahu, I guess. Okay, now we go into Dracotail. The Dracotail on summon will search a Tachyon card for us, so we will get Primal Being, and then we can special summon him out from our hand to our opponent's field, always in attack position, so we can bounce him with the trap if needed. And even though he is special summoned to our opponent's field, he will add us the Tachyon Transmigration. Then we use Dracotail to get out Harbinger, and then we can use Ketu, right? And your opponent currently controls a monster, so now we are also allowed to make a fusion summon, which is bonkers. We get Urgula, which we then use with Lukias to make Secretarian Dragon. Urgula will trigger and set the first trap. use Secretarion, shuffle back Lukias, special summon out Evaporation Dragon. We are linking them up for seals. Now Arthalion in our grave will trigger to special summon. And yeah, we shoot off Rahu. Now we need something that we fuse from our hand. And then we will send Mululu. Okay, so we have 2 Arthalions here. Mululu will trigger and set up the next trap, the second trap. Now we can use Faimena to make Philia Regis. And Urgula uses effect to get Faimena back to our hand. Okay, so this is our end board. Of course we need to set a trap. So this is our setup for the end board, and now I will show you what we can do with this end board. Let's say we decided that Light and Darkness Dragon is our win condition. So we are in the draw phase of our opponent, we have the trap set up, we have 2 cards in land, Faimena, Philia Regis, Seals and Harp. First thing we will do is use Heretic Seals, right? We are aiming to go into lead. So once he's on the field, we can't use our own effects. And if he's on field and seals, we cannot use seals because we will negate it ourselves, and therefore he's a very easy target in the battle phase to just get run over. So we just use him in the draw phase to bounce the Primal being, the Tachyon Primal to our hand, which we then can also special summon in the draw phase again. Now use seals, affecting Grave, since he was tributed to special summon Magnamhut. Magnamhut will trigger. Now we can special summon out the Primal being. And now what we need to do is we need a Light and a Darkness level 8 dragon. So we need to shoot off Philia Regis as fast as possible and then use the trap also as fast as possible. So we will probably just banish the first normal summon of our opponent and then bounce back Magnamhut to our hand. And then on the next activation we will use the Tachyon trap. So let's act as if we did this. And now from there we are free to use Faimena, and now we can special summon out Light and Darkness Dragon. And Light and Darkness Dragon also has the ability to special something out from the graveyard if he's destroyed by our opponent. So we can special summon out Mululu that we earlier dumped into the grave, or Secretarion Dragon. Also we still have Harp, which we didn't use, and the 2 traps, and we have Magnamhut in our hand. We could even use Philia Regis' effect in the beginning of the battle phase to bounce lead back and special summon out Philia Regis. And I think that's a very good end board. That's why I showed you the combo. And I also can show you what happens if we play against Nib with the combo. Also, if you want to have access to the spreadsheet I made, just write me on Twitter. I will post my handle in the description or in the comments. Just write me a DM and I will drop you the link. What you will find here is just a collection of combos in no particular order or importance, but what you can see in the combos is how you can facilitate certain cards and what you can accomplish with them. You shouldn't focus too much on just like learning combos and go into a tournament setting and be like, oh, my hand includes combo B, now I do this and then I win. That's the completely wrong approach, because people play a bunch of hand traps and every game state is different. So what you can do here is just like check out some combos, see what you like, see what you don't like, see what you think works for you or whatnot. Whenever I find something, I will try to update it. Like the combos I showed in the video, I will include them here too. And have fun with the rest of the video. So now I will show you the same combo. And we will act as if our opponent has Nib in his hand and he will use it at the first spot he can use it. I need to pause it somewhere to talk about the situation there, because Nibiru doesn't differentiate from where your opponent is summoning monster. It only counts if your opponent summons monsters. So to say, we will make Dracotail here and get the Primal Tachyon. And technically, if we use him to special summon it to our opponent's field, Nibiru will be at the 5th summon, because we summoned the monster, right? Because we will need Arthalion in a grave to trigger, we should do Harp first and then special summon out the Primal being, the Tachyon Primal. So then if Nibiru hits the field, we can use Arthalion in the grave to special summon him out. I think here I did it the other way around. So what you should do is use Harp here and then special summon out the Primal being. Okay. Right, so we are in this game state and our opponent will throw Nib right now. What we will do is, we will trigger Fallen in the Grave, special summon him out, then we can use Ketu, since our opponent activated Nibiru, he has a monster in his on the field, and we can fusion summon, therefore we get Secretarian Dragon, and then we can just do Galaxy Ice Photon Lord, and since he is also a Galaxy Ice monster, the trap is alive again. I mean, our border got weakened, but we still have the trap alive, which is very important for us, and instead of a spell negate, we have a monster negate, which is pretty fine, if you ask me. Here, with all of this being said, I haven't tested it yet, but it seems also like an option, and I would be so down to play something like this, and I really hope the Chronicle decks will include Lubellion, so I ever place it again. So I can play this version of the deck, because it's also rank 8 engine, X's, it's dragons, it's hand traps and engine at the same time. It seems like it should work, right? There's a world in which you can play this, I don't know. I hate Yami. I think Bystials should be a nice option against them. Also, Mitsurugi is a tough matchup since they require you to discard something, which very much hurts your economy. So playing a bunch of Bystials seems also very decent. And also, please let me also know if you also think that Light and Darkness Dragonlord is wife material. You know, the best part about him is that if he dies, he will bring back another dragon, right? So your wife will replace itself after death with another wife. Show me another wife that does stuff like this. So this is marriage material in my opinion. So please let me know if you liked the video, if you obtained something, any knowledge, or if it was just entertaining for you. And also, I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing night, and in general, just an amazing life. Omni out.